Chris Wray, FBI director, saying he can't be sure that our data is not being intentionally given without a subpoena or without any kind of warrant to the FBI from social media platforms like Facebook. So if you have private messages, that he can't be 100% sure. He doesn't think so.
Director Wray, is Facebook or any other social media company supplying private messages or data on American users that is not compelled by the government or the FBI?
Not compelled. In other words, not in response to legal process.
No warrant, no subpoena. They're just supplying you information on their users.
I don't believe so, but I can't sit here and be sure of that as I sit here.
Does that give you a lot of confidence in your FBI director? Will, you're sitting here with me. What was this even on? Why did this event happen?
It was in response to a report that came out earlier this month from the House Judiciary Committee. So that committee is going to actually have a lot more power going forward, with Jim Jordan being the head of that. But that report said that there was a whistleblower that suggested there was a special relationship between Facebook and the FBI, in which the FBI accepts private user information without any consent or legal process. So this wasn't a gotcha question. This wasn't a Chris Wray had no idea what he was talking about. This is part of the reason he would be going before the Senate Committee on Homeland Security.
He knew it was coming.
He should have known it was coming and been able to answer a little bit better than, I don't think so, but I can't be sure. Who's to say?
The last time they tried to do something like this, it got cut short. They were in the middle of a conversation. It's like, I got to get out of here. I don't have the exact quote in front of me, but I believe there was Chris Wray made it seem like there was a lot of work to be done, and he had to leave.
In this hearing, and this was a few months back, the FBI director went through the first round of questioning and then was supposed to have a second round of questioning that would have been shorter. So 3-minute questioning by the senators. But Christopher Wray apparently had to go, and Josh Hawley went and read press reports and found out later something that was a little bit unnerving to him.
So you were going on vacation?
I was, yes.
So you left a statutorily required oversight hearing in order to go on a personal vacation in the Adirondacks?
I took a flight to go visit my family, as had been previously arranged in conjunction with the leadership of the committee.
The ranking member, Chuck Grassley, asked you during the hearing, he said, I assume you must have other business. You said, yes. He then said, if you have a business trip, you've got your own plane, can't it wait a while? He then said, Chuck Grassley, we only just heard half an hour ago that now you have to leave. We were going to have a 7-minute round followed by a 3-minute round. I've got 7 people on my side of the aisle, that included me, who are waiting for this additional round. Is there any reason we can't accommodate them for 21 minutes? And you said you had a plane to catch. You had somewhere to go. And now we find out it was for vacation?
The reference to other business was not a reference to that day. It was a reference to the following week, where Senator Grassley and I were going to see each other in Iowa.
Even there, his story starts to shift of like, it was a different week. Josh Hawley actually went back and pushed on that. He's like, well, then why did that have to do with anything with the hearing? There's something not right about the timeline here that Christopher Wray is giving to Senator Hawley. But for one thing is certain, he did not want to have to sit for another 21 minutes, as he should have.
Just 21 minutes.
To be grilled by the Republicans.
I have to sit here longer than 20 minutes and talk to all of you. He could not sit there for 21 minutes because of his personal vacation on a private plane to go to the Adirondacks while claiming it was for business. I do think that is, it says everything that needs to be said in terms of where we are currently with Chris Wray and the FBI in general. I don't want to be one of those people that's on here just slamming the FBI and saying there's nothing we can be done. But we do have to tell you about this, expose this when it comes up, because it all kind of ties back into sort of the privacy and the security situations on social media.
The problem is that the leadership at the FBI, and as we say on this show all the time, not the rank and file, not the agents, but the leadership is toxic. And one thing that is consistent about Christopher Wray when he goes to testify before Congress is that his testimony is inconsistent.
Yeah, it changes. It never is the same, which is not what you want out of your FBI.